Hello! In this clip from our Justia webinar, Confronting Racial Bias in Jury Selection, Angie Setzer gives an overview of racial bias, discrimination in jury selection, and the issues minorities face in the legal process. Remember, if you want to see more Justia videos on law practice and legal marketing, be sure to subscribe to our channel.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Well, as Nina said, my name is Angie Setzer, and I'm a senior attorney at the Equal Justice Initiative. Thank you so much for joining me today for this presentation on representative juries and confronting racial bias in jury selection. Before I sort of jump into the substantive part of this, I wanted to give you a little bit of background about EJI and our work in this area. EJI is a nonprofit legal organization located in Montgomery, Alabama, that was founded in 1989 by Brian Stevenson in order to address the crisis of counsel that was facing people who'd been sentenced to death in Alabama. So at the time of EJI's founding, about 25% of the people who were being executed in the country were being executed in Alabama, a state that refused to provide legal assistance to people facing execution. Over the last 30 years, EJI has represented hundreds of men and women who've been sentenced to death, kids who've been sentenced to spend the rest of their lives in prison, and other individuals who've been wrongly convicted or sentenced to excessive punishment. Through these cases, we have come to see not only how pervasive racial bias is in the criminal legal system, but really the significance of unrepresentative juries on individual outcomes in cases, as well as on the integrity of the system as a whole. And it was through this work and through these sort of what we were uncovering that we decided to sort of do a deep dive into jury selection process in the South, really in about 8 states. So in 2010, we undertook an investigation of sort of what was happening in these criminal cases. We went to courthouses, we interviewed individuals who'd been struck from juries, we polled jury lists, and our findings were published in a report issued in 2010 that really detailed the ways in which racial bias continues to pervade the criminal legal system. We uncovered communities like Houston County, Alabama, which is in Southeast Alabama, which has an African-American population of about 27%. But at the time, over the course of about 5 years, we determined that the prosecutors were removing about 80% of the qualified African-American prospective jurors from cases in which the death penalty was a possible punishment. These findings, along with our other findings, formed the basis of this report, which was then cited by courts and advocates across the country who recognized how central this issue is. So in 2021, we published an updated version of this report. We really updated not only the research and our findings, but we broadened our approach. So we looked at states across the country, but we also focused a bit more on the earlier stages of the jury selection process and the ways in which jurors of color continue to be excluded at each step of that process. This report, which was made available to each of you today through a PDF and is available on our website at eji.org, really forms the basis of my presentation today.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this clip, and if you did enjoy it, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on law practice and legal marketing. See you in our next clip.